What is one TV show you watched as a kid that you can see has had an influence on the work that you make today?
Hey, so I watch a lot of television as a kid, and I would even say that television raised me more than my parents did in a way. So I could name so many shows, but I'd be remiss not to shout out a series called Gem, which, for those who are too young to remember, was a bit like Hannah Montana, but animated and more sci-fi, more psychedelic, and definitely more outrageous. And the show revolves around the life of a business owner and foster mom named Jerica and her secret alter ego named Jem. And Jem is the singer of a pop rock group called the Holograms. And although the show's very musical, I wouldn't say that the music is what influenced me the most in my current life. If anything, Jem's style, although I love it, is a bit more conventional than mine. And so in real life, you'd probably compare her to someone like Taylor Swift or like Olivia Newton-John, whereas my style is a bit weirder and left of center. I find that the part of the show that's mostly reflected upon my current life is, well, first of all, lies in the fact that Jerica's boyfriend is secretly in love with Jem, like is secretly in love with her alter ego, and doesn't know that Jerica and Jem are the same person, which I find has a bit of a trans subtext because Jerica's constantly afraid that her boyfriend's going to clock her T as Jem. So that's one thing. And the other thing is probably the fact that Jerica wears many hats, and she's an artist by night, is also a foster mom. And for those who don't know, I am a psychosocial intervention worker by day. So that's what I partly do for a living. And a lot of the clientele that I work with doesn't know that I'm secretly Elle Barbara.
Adam Phillips wrote that the only truly monogamous relationship is the one we have with ourselves. And I would just love to hear what that brings to mind for you in the wake of your self-marriage. Love you, Elle.
So I was given the opportunity to put on an artistic performance a few years ago, and I decided to stage my own wedding as a ceremonial performance in keeping with fantasies I have had all my life around like having a fairy tale wedding. And of course, with a fairy tale wedding, you're gonna think Prince Charming, and so I started thinking of who in my life could fill those shoes, but it wasn't long until I realized that no man in my life could live up to the fairy tale ideal of everlasting love. Like Tina Turner said, I believe Tina Turner said that she loves men, but they don't make her happy. So I decided to marry myself. I felt that marrying myself, like I would be the person that's most likely to live up to the ideal of everlasting love. And so that ceremonial performance was sort of like a pledge of allegiance to eternal love. And I'm so happy I did it. Name one musical act you loved as a kid but has little to no influence on the work you do today.
Well, I don't think that there's any musical artist or act that I loved as a child that didn't influence me. It's just impossible. And I think that I was and have been influenced even by music I didn't like. It seems like anything that's coming in, any input in one's life, whether it be an input you enjoy or dislike or hate even, has an influence on you. So I've been influenced by every piece of music that I've ever heard or hated.
In Haitian culture, twins are highly sacred and are seen as embodying mystic power. What spark has becoming the mother of twins lit on your work as an artist and as a musician?
Growing two babies at the same time in my body and then breastfeeding two babies at the same time for over 2 years has ignited a Herculean spark within me that I've carried over into art and music, and no one can tell me I can't do something, particularly myself. I have proof now to hold in front of myself that I can do anything from the mundane to the mythical.